Hello, everybody. You have tuned in to Eric Jose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover virtually any aspect of making a murderer. I go over the evidence, the documents, the photos. So if you like, stay tuned, and in the future I'll have many more videos besides the one you're about to see. Hello everybody, how you doing? Just real quick, wanted to upload something. I went live earlier today and was talking about a fair amount of things, but towards the end of the live, I talked about some feces that was found in the quarry with some hair and what happened to it ultimately. And what's interesting about this is that it was collected, obviously, in 2005, whatever. I think on the 11th is what it says. It was collected and everything, but for some reason, I don't know, really understand why at all, other than it just seems very strange and odd. But for some reason, on April 9th of 2007, which is almost a month after Stephen's trial ends, it actually ends in the middle of March 18th, I think, or so. Yeah, and so for some reason, on April 9th, after Stephen's trial, in 2007, Detective Remiker goes and gets that feces with the hair out of evidence storage. He checks it out. I don't know what happens to it after that. I don't see anything of what happens to it after that. There was no testing on it. So that's really odd. I mean, because feces has DNA in it, so that would have been something that would have been telling, to be perfectly honest. It's just odd. And it's odd that it wasn't brought up at trial, number one, and it's odd that, shortly after Stephen's trial ends, it's checked out of evidence and who knows where it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the part of the live right now for you from earlier, where I showed the kind of documentation and everything showing this particular event happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that for you, and we'll come on back. Right? You guys know how much I love that word, right? Disingenuous, disingenuosity, disingenuousness. Any kind of variation on disingenuous, right? Anyway, so we're going to show you something a little funny here. Now, a lot of you probably have heard about the bit of feces and hair that was collected from the quarry, right? And there's something very interesting. But before I get to that, let me just show you guys a few things here. Okay, so this is basically a shot of the Avery salvage yard. And this feces with hair that I'm talking about was found right here. Okay, here's Stephen's trailer. Here's the road coming in off of Avery Road. This is Avery Road over here. This is the business basically area right here. And so here is Barb's, or what was Barb's house at the time, Barb's trailer at the time, right? And so here is where this feces and hair was found. Over here and right there, basically, right? So now that's like whatever. Okay, some evidence was found, but what's interesting about it for me, and I was talking to Jinxie about this beforehand, and what I found interesting was, so this is from the ledger, you guys may recognize, right? And right here it's talking about 8696, right? Feces with hair, okay, that was found. Okay, and it shows the whatever, the coordinates of it, right? So what this shows right here is in the ledger, number 4, right? Just to show you guys again, right? This right here is saying he's making an entry in reference to item number 4, right? And then if we go back, we see that the item number 4 is the feces with the hair, right? Okay, everybody's on board with that, right? Okay, so now we go back, and down here, item number 4. You see this, folks? On 4/9 of 07, 2 days after trial, 2 days after the trial ends, Officer or Deputy Hawkins hands over feces and hair to MTSO officer Dave Remiker. Now, why on earth that would be happening is interesting to me. That is very interesting to me. Because why in the heck would he have any need to take that out of evidence 2 days after the trial ended? That is just very, very fishy to me. So that's all I wanted. I just wanted to show you all that. Very interesting. Just like all my chats with Jinxie, it is listed as feces. Whereas there is other listed as dog feces. That's true. She's absolutely right. Jinxie is absolutely right about that. Why would Stephen break into his own house? All of those. It was KK skin cells. Let's see. Stayed there till this date. Feces. When a person dies, they expel bodily fluids and feces. So yeah. So why was it? Why? Okay. So, I mean, if this feces was material, why was it not at trial? And why is it being taken out of evidence 2 days after the trial ends? That's my question here. Not whether or not. I'm not here to split hairs as to whether it was this feces or that feces or whatever. I'm here to ask, why is Remiker going in after the trial's over and removing that from evidence? And where did it go after that? Right? That's what I'm wondering. Where did it go? Disingenuosity. The act of being disingenuous. Anyway, that's basically how I feel about that. It's, all this fecal chat makes way for a lot of corny, crappy jokes. Yeah, I suppose it does. Let's see, disposing of evidence again. Yeah, I don't know what they did with this feces in the hair. I really don't. Did they test that? I don't know. KK's in the outhouse, disposing of evidence again. And I thought no. Okay, so Jinxie says there was no testing on it, and I thought that his trial ended in mid-March. Fecal matter contains DNA. Yes, it was feces or human, because when people die, yes, exactly. That is very shady, saving evidence like the CDs. Fecal matter contains DNA. Absolutely. Hi, Linus Knight. Let's see. I believe Teresa. I'm not a doctor, just a nurse. It was after Avery's trial, before Dassey's, not used at Dassey's trial. He put it in his desk. All this talk of feces is making me crave some Taco Bell. Oh wow, poor Taco Bell. Let's see here. And it's Remiker of MTSO, exactly. Eric Jose sees the string. Conflict of interest office. Yeah, absolutely. Should have been tested if it was so important to remove. Absolutely. I agree. KZ probably has evidence of cops planting evidence. My thoughts exactly, Linda. Because they have more to cover up than they do to tell the truth. Teresa's probably not even dead. Well, I kind of believe she is. I'm not one to believe in that one. See, you act like you're surprised. The Keystone Cops could have done a better job. No, I'm just continuing to point it out. But I love it. Thanks, Andy G. But no, I'm just continuing to point it out. Let's see. It really is a shit show. Yeah, it certainly is. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That's the new bit that I wanted to talk about, showing the disingenuosity of the state. That's the whole bit with that fecal matter with hair, and them going and getting it 2 days after the trial ends, and then what? And then where'd it go? did it come back? Did it? Where? I mean, did he take it home because he was working on a crap Sunday? I don't know. I mean, yeah, weird, odd, strange, bewildering. All right, so I just think that's really, really fascinating with, you know, that whole thing with that, pile of, feces and with hair that Remiker shows up to take away, and who knows where it goes and what happens. But he shows up and takes it away. It's just odd. It's very strange. So just pointing that out here today with a quick upload. Like I said, been looking out for those of you out there who have been wanting me to just, do some more of the uploads and show the evidence and stuff. So this is one of those times where hopefully I'm meeting that need for you guys. But this did come up in the live, and I think it's interesting, and I think it's worth more people being aware of the fact that for some reason Remiker went over and got this pile of poo and hair out of evidence after Stephen's trial was over, and who knows what he did with it. Who knows what happened with it after that? Anybody's guess, really. So, wanted to point that out today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you.